Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at D-Day Dice by World Forge Games. And it's been quite popular, I will give it that. And it uses what they call the RWB system, the red, white, and blue dice system, to have you advancing up the beaches of Normandy and try to take out different objectives, encampments, and so on. So how does this sucker play? Do we like it? What do we care about it? And that's pretty much where we're going to go. We'll give you a brutally honest review and see what you think. So one of the first things I did when I got this game is I ditched the insert because the insert was not good. I didn't care for it. It held the components in, sure, but getting them out was a pain. I had to tip the box over several times just to get components out, and you shouldn't have to do that. First world problems, right? But whatever. So that's what we're here for. So I got these things, real nice. They actually hold the two small decks side by side just fine. I'd recommend getting those. They're real cheap on Amazon. Alright, so what you do with this game, first thing you do is you take a map. Okay, and you find a map and you find in the scenario book the different scenarios that correspond to that map. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Advanced Training. Now, I don't use all the expansions that we have. Like I have, what do I have here? Legends. Yeah. I have the Legends expansion and I have another one in there. But they added more of these things called specialists, soldiers, extra things for you to buy and play around with. And they're nice, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bring them out for this, okay? So after you pick your scenario, and the scenario is going to tell you how to set up the board, if anything, and it'll tell you what any of the special items that you need are, which I already have laid out. Then once you have the special items laid out, you'll lay out your regular items, which I think for a solo you have to take out certain ones, which I already did. And that's how I usually play this game as solo. You can play it with up to 4, I believe. You lay out the specialists and the reserve specialists that come with your dashboard. Okay, that's from my last play. And what's nice about the dashboard is it has not the turn order. It has what some of the symbols mean. That's not all of them, because there's a whole big thing in the front of the scenario book which shows you what every one of the symbols means. But it also has the RWB bonuses. Now, RWB means when you roll the exact same symbols on the dice, you get a bonus. There's also a straight here, which says if you roll one of each symbol, then you get an award card. Actually, you get to go through and pick which award you want. What you do is you roll your dice 3 times, and at the end of it, those are your results. Then you check the symbols, which we'll get into. We'll take a look at in a second. But you start off with your die right here, down at the bottom, and this die is going to track how many times you've stayed in a certain spot. So 2, and that was your 3rd time, and so on. Because you're only allowed, on the white ones you're allowed to stay there 3 turns. The black ones you can only stay there 1 turn before you have to advance. And that's the whole thing. You want to advance up through here to get to the machine gun turret and take it out. As long as you have 1 soldier left, when you take that out, you win. Otherwise, well, you don't. And these shields also tell you how many soldiers you're going to lose each time we get to this combat spot. Okay. Any questions? Put them down there because I'm not doing this live. I'm used to doing things live. Alright. So, the first thing we're going to do. Oh yeah, you can also have vehicles. I don't do vehicles in this one, but I just put them out there because you can see what it is. And this die will be used for other things later. So, let's take these. First thing we do, we started off with our 4 soldiers that the scenario says to start with. And we roll them. Alright. So it says when you do this, you lock 2. Okay? And then you re-roll the rest. Quote unquote. So I'm going to lock these 2, which means I'm not going to roll them. And I'm trying to get the red, white, and blue thing just to see what that'll do. Nope, I did not get red, white, and blue there. I am going to keep him though. There we go. Now we got red, white, and blue, and we got these. So, what do these symbols mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. So the soldier symbol is going to add to your soldiers. Okay. The star symbol that you see is going to add to your to your stars over here, but you use the stars to recruit specialists. The courage, that's this thing here, it is a symbol on here, and it lets you advance up the board. And then for some reason the wrenches give you nuts, which you use to buy these. So why didn't they just put the nut on the die or use wrenches for the whole thing? I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't do this. But I would have. I would have kept the symbol the same. I get it. You're using wrenches to turn the nuts. I get it. But no. I'm not feeling it. So anyway. So we're going to give ourselves 3 stars to start off with. Okay? And then because we got the red, white, and blue, we come over here and we check. And this one says leadership. Right? Roll 1 bonus die and add it to your final tally in your choice of color. May reroll skulls, may not be traded, or all units gain 2 courage. You know what? Let's do that. Let's grab a white one, and we're hoping for a guy. And we got one. Congratulations to us. So now this one I know, because I've gotten this quite a few times. You actually get 8 soldiers with this, because when you play solo, you give the extra things to yourself. So we count our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're up to 9. And then because we got this, we get 8 more, so we have 17 sitting here. So we got our 17. From all of this, we got our 3 that we can buy from, or recruit rather. And then we go to rally a specialist, find an item, draw an award. I didn't get enough to draw an award because you need 6 of these courage points to draw one. So let's see if we can't grab a specialist quick. You know what? I'm going to grab... I can't grab the medic. He's 4. That's the one I want. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter costs me 2. So I'm down to 1. But he says ignore 1 skull in your final tally. See, the skulls you don't want, because they will cancel out one of your other dice. These give you 1 soldier. Those give you 2. This gives you the recruit points like we said. That'll give you courage. And those give you the item points to buy with. And that's that. And if you actually roll 1, 2, 3, what did they say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you roll them all, you get to pick an award card. So let's throw that extra white one back there. So now after we do our buying, we try to move. Can't move because we don't have any courage to spend to advance. We're not courageous enough yet. So we go to combat. Combat says look at the shield. The shield says lose 2 soldiers. Boom, boom. We're down to 15. Then go to the back to the front, and we start again. Actually, not a bad way to start. You know what? I am going to keep the... Darn, everything in me wants to keep these 2, but I'm not. Just so we can advance, I'm going to keep those 2. Because that's what you got to look at. If you can't... If you don't advance by the end of the 3rd one, you're going to be forced to advance. And it's important to have enough courage to move, because if there's ever a time when you have to advance, like here or any of the others, when you get to 3 and you can't do it, you immediately lose. That's it. You're done. Forget about it. So let's take these. And you know what? We're going to grab that. And we'll keep that. Nope. So we're going to say the skull cancels out that soldier. We gain 1. Boom. Nope, we ignore that. That's right, because of this guy. That didn't happen. So we gain 2. And then we gain 3 of the courage. 1, 2, 3. Again, when we get 6 courage, we can buy an award. Well, we're not gonna. That was our 2nd turn. This will be our 3rd that we're in here. Now, after this turn, we have to advance, no matter what. I'm going to actually keep this and keep this. Okay, let's keep you And let's keep you. Boom. That's what we ended up with. So we got 2 more of the courage. Bang, bang. We got one of those things where we can buy an item with. We're up to 3 stars, and we got 2 more soldiers. So we're back up to 17. Alright, but we got to move this time. Alright, so then, again, you do this. Now, what this happens is it says gain a star. So, not really rocket science there. But what does this symbol mean? I don't know. You have to look at the book. And in here, it actually says you get a free sharpshooter when you go there. Guess I shouldn't have bought the sharpshooter. That's what I get. The sharpshooter cannot be rallied otherwise, even by game effects. See, now I wish I would have read that ahead of time. So we'll advance as we go through, and till you get to the end, when you finally make it to the bunker. Now, things like this, you only stay here 1 turn. After that first turn, you must have the 2 courage to advance, and since we advanced, we do spend the 1 courage. But anyway, when you get to here, what happens is you're only allowed to roll 5 dice. However, if you're over here, you have to kill one of your specialists. So it depends on the path you're taking up through what the different effects are going to be. This one actually, the machine gunner from in there shoots you for that much. You also have to have this specialist in order to come in here, or else it won't let you. Plus, when you cross a minefield, these things here, roll this sucker. You lose that many people. Okay, there's a lot that they crammed into these little boards, and I like it. I like the fact. I know they have a pocket version. I didn't get it, so I can't really speak on it. But I don't think I needed it. That's the only thing. I think this is small enough for a table. You can pull it out pretty much anywhere because you can see it doesn't take much. And overall, I like the idea of rolling because I'm a dice freak. I like the push your luck of trying to match the symbols. The ability to not only buy. See, again, that's only 1 specialist out of all of these. Plus, there's a box full from the expansions of other specialists, soldiers you can recruit that give you special abilities, and not even counting the special items and the awards. There's so much to it. Plus, the other expansion gives you overlays for the RWB bonuses, so you can change it up not only just for you if you're playing yourself, but all different players can have separate. In fact, let me just get them out to show you. Again, get these. They're extremely useful. Okay, and they're labeled as different divisions, which I thought was kind of cool. Like the 92nd Infantry Division, Buffalo Soldiers, formed in 1917. And you put it over here, so then now when you get these, they're going to do something a bit different. And this is still the same, because that's just about impossible to get for me. But each one of these will have different effects. But yeah, they give you all kinds of cool bones, and I like these. I really do. I think this is an essential. Okay, I can't say it's essential because you don't need it. But if you want to change up these bonuses and add a bit of variety to it, you definitely want to get these. You definitely want to grab a set of this. All right, I think it's the Spoils of War expansion, I believe it's called. And they have other bonuses that I'll let you discover when you get there. So get these. Just get them. You don't need to think about that one. So yeah, all in all, it's a push your luck rolling dice game. As you're trying to advance through here, you're encountering symbols, you're getting shot at, you're losing people as you try to breach that. And when you finally get to here, you have to have enough courage to advance into the bunker, lose 20 plus whatever the machine gun soldiers are. So you have to have a lot stacked up. I think I've only won this a few times in the times that I've played it, but I will say, without a doubt, I highly recommend D-Day Dice, the 2nd edition. Even though the insert is terrible, the game is good. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them down. Let me know.